This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Randi Hipper, here today on a lovely Wednesday because we are midweek, and we love to be midweek. Shout out to everybody for making it midweek. It's nice to see everybody. I have a huge rabbit hole that we are going to dive down today, and I'm a little disturbed. I'm not going to lie to you, and I connected like too many dots.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
$1.99 from Doug Hype TV. I'm very blind. Zest me up.
Doug, I don't know if you're going to be able to handle the stuff I found out about Avalanche this morning. And again, it's a rabbit hole, some information, and I'm just going to share it. So, of course, we're going to talk about Sam Bankman-Fried and everything like that before we get there. So if you guys are ready for the zest, you're ready for the rabbit holes, you're ready for the education, make sure you smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and share the stream out with friends. We have a goal of 150 likes, 150 live viewers. I want to say good morning to everyone. First off, thank you, Chump Change, for the raid. Shout out to Douglas Hype. We will have our spaces at 1:30 p.m. today on his Twitter. We have Alexander F. in the chat. Good morning. Mark Smithson, Aaron S., nice to see you. Randy, Tave, Alexandra G, my girl. Love her. Freaking love her. Shout out to Mr. Yi as well. We have Joe Harvey. Nice to see you. John Germain, Tom Allen, John Legend, Squeaky McGee, Black Hat, Nash. Nice to see you guys. S-Dog, good morning. Double O, a bunch of hearts to you. That's beautiful, all the emoji rain. Nash, I think I said hello. Jesse from X, good morning. Yukio from X, good morning. Otto, cough, cough. Lazarus, good morning. Zarkov, Eric Bulldog, good morning. David Bryan from X. It's Smokey in here with Smokey Dan. We have Dan R. Good morning, Dan R. Arcs Crypto and Mining, good morning. Galaxy, what up? Little Gary Moore, hello. Rud Putz, good morning. Oval, hi, Oval. Crypto Farmer, we got Morin in the chat. Emma Foster, hope you're feeling better. The youngest, most zesty mod in crypto, 10-year-old Emma Foster. Freaking love that girl. QF Stops, good morning to you. Oh my gosh, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, guys, I have so much to talk to you about, and it's going to get freaking dirty, bro. It's going to get crazy. Miz, thank you for the rose. It's awesome. If you guys know the Miz from WWE, awesome. Floyd, nice to see you. JH, good morning. Good morning, everyone. So, shout out to Lifer Adam. Shout out to the Lifers. Love the Lifers. Guys, I have so much to tell you, and I'm a little disturbed about what I found out about Avalanche this morning. So I'm going to share that information with you, like I said, in a little bit. We have some breaking news to get to before that, and we're going to start off pretty hot here. And that's...
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
$4.99 from Retro Mike Tech. Good morning, beautiful Rose. Daily reminder that you're amazing, spectacular, and forever my favorite way to start the day.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Mr. Yi, with the $4.99. Thank you. JH, crazy. Okay, listen, guys, let's get after it. Like I said, we're going to start off pretty hot here, and we're going to be talking about somebody else's curly hair that isn't as nice. Like, I wash mine quite often. This guy, I'm not sure if he did previous to shaving most of it off, and now he seems, after all the things that he's done, he's disturbed at a possible 40 to 50-year prison sentence, and that's nobody else but Sam Bankman-Fried. His attorneys are calling the prosecutor's sentencing recommendation medieval and making him seem like he's some evil supervillain. Well, the last time I checked, he was a complete fraud and a liar that colluded with Gary Gensler and other international leaders, paid off multiple people in our country, the second largest donor to our current president, all with people's money that wasn't his. I don't know if it's really unfair for SBF, considering a 40 to 50-year prison sentence is literally 110 years less than Bernie Madoff, that went off with a few $1 billion of his own, scams people out of a lot of money. But the difference is that Bernie Madoff didn't get away with, I'm trying to find a good way without cussing. Bernie Madoff essentially got in dirty with powerful people. And essentially, they lost in the matter. Whereas SBF, he paid off a lot of these powerful people, which is why the 40 to 50-year sentence I consider pretty light. And they're saying, listen, we don't want SBF to have this long prison sentence. Cut it short, because people are going to get back 100% from FTX. But that's a lie, because if you were really getting 100%, you would get the amount of money that is counting the appreciation of, for example, Bitcoin. That people are going to get 100% back from FTX, but that's at $16,500 Bitcoin, not $63,000 Bitcoin. Goes to show, again, he's crying like a little baby, as always. Attorneys for Sam Bankman-Fried, who has, again, 7 counts of fraud and conspiracy, which he should have been charged with campaign financing and a lot more. They're making an 11th hour plea to the court ahead of his sentencing that's next week. The government's proposed 40 to 50-year prison sentence is, quote, a medieval view of punishment suitable for only a, quote, supervillain. Sam Bankman-Fried's team says. The prosecution earlier this month submitted their recommendations to the court for how long he should be behind bars, and saying he has displayed and marked hostility. The memorandum distorts reality to support its precious lost narrative and casts Sam as a depraved supervillain and makes him someone that seems dark and evil that fly in the face of the record. They had a 116-page sentencing memorandum where the prosecution urged the judge to consider the remarkably serious nature of the harm to thousands of victims. Which is true, Charles Harris, that's subscribing to the channel. They said there were never losses. The money has always been available and assets remain. How could that be true? When FTX collapsed, they had no Bitcoin. When people were buying Bitcoin through FTX and they didn't even have any. So this is, again, complete lies. The defense is suggesting, instead of 40 to 50 years and maybe over the 100 years that he deserves, that he should really serve 6.5 years. Apparently, he tried to help the bankruptcy estate SBF, and we see that there was another exhibit meant to demonstrate his earnest efforts, and this was by FTX General Counsel Ryan Miller, said at age 32, the government wants to break Sam Bankman-Fried. They ignore completely his condition and vulnerabilities. Instead, they urge menacingly that the sentence imposed must disable him from even being in a position where he theoretically could perpetrate a fraud. That is a horrifying interpretation of specific deterrence. No, sir, what's your face? Sir Counsel Ryan Miller, how are you talking about how SBF, they want to break him? He broke himself. He's the one that put himself in a situation where he was the lead of the biggest fraud in history. It didn't matter if he has anxiety, he's depressed. He was apparently getting medication to treat such ailments or illnesses that he has. I combined the words. So if he was getting medicated for his anxiety, his depression, whatever else he had, is he really supposed to not be held responsible if he was properly treated for his conditions and he still did everything despite his conditions? Come on. This is a joke. And the reason why a lot of these people, again, are not giving SBF the heavy hand is because they got paid off. A bunch of politicians got paid off, whereas Bernie Madoff did not do that route, and that's probably why he got the sentence he did. So I'm just throwing that out there that this is complete and utter show. This is the theater. This is what they want to distract you. And we should be angry about SBF. He should be held accountable for what he's done. And the 100% absolute SBF, he wants to claim remorse. Meanwhile, when he was on Twitter Spaces, all you heard was the clickety-clack of his keyboard and how he really didn't care when you said, SBF, Sam, where's the money? Where's the money? Clickety-clack, League of Legends, I don't know. What a joke. It seems like he didn't care when things were going down until he got to cry in court. Now, it seems that somebody else has no remorse as well. That includes Three Arrows Capital co-founder Kyle Davies, who says he won't apologize for Three Arrows Capital going bankrupt. Shows zero remorse. Kyle Davies, the co-founder of Three Arrows Capital, stated he is not sorry for the crypto hedge fund going bankrupt. He said, "Am I sorry for the bankrupt? No. Like companies go bankrupt, almost every company goes bankrupt, right?" Davies said out about the public sentiment that he has not shown remorse. Quote, "It's how you build or what you do about it. We're definitely trying our best. We can add value in various ways. At a minimum, we can even tell the next Three Arrows how to do things better when they go bankrupt." Am I Delulu? Am I crazy that this man said every company goes bankrupt, right? Like, is that the goal? Was that your, it seems like that's his overall goal the whole time. Are you kidding me?
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
$9.99 from Doug Hype TV. You are extra zesty today.
Oh, Doug, we didn't even get into it. We didn't even get into it. Trust me, the deep dive didn't even start. This is disgusting. And then he goes, "Oh, we'll prepare for the next Three Arrows and tell them how to save themselves from bankruptcy or how to get through bankruptcy." You're a joke, Kyle Davies. You wiped people dry, and then you get to run away and not even return to Singapore, where you relinquished one citizenship to get your Singaporean citizenship, yet he's not going back because he doesn't want to face prosecution. Get out of here, bro. Face your responsibility. If you really show no remorse, you did nothing wrong, then hold yourself accountable and get cleared and clear your name. Clear your name. But he doesn't care about clearing his name because that seems like it's appropriate. Get out of here. This guy's a joke. Ben, thank you for the roses. Sheesh. Of course, my TikTok live got flagged already. Wasn't even talking about the election, but that's fine. We also we're going to stick on the exchange train. We're going to stick on all this stuff with Genesis. We have Genesis, who was tied in with Gemini over the EARN program. Apparently, Genesis is going to have to pay the SEC an ironic $21 million, where there's 21 million Bitcoin. Seems like a little bit of a little jab in the heart there, as a penalty to settle charges over the Gemini EARN product. Bankrupt crypto lender Genesis Global Capital agreed to a final judgment ordering it to pay $21 million to settle charges with the SEC for violating securities laws for its role in the Gemini EARN program. The settlement comes days after a New York judge denied motions by Genesis and Gemini to stop the case completely going forward. Genesis and two affiliates had filed for bankruptcy shortly after the SEC charges. In February, Genesis' second court, they agreed with the SEC to settle for $21 million, and the SEC will not receive any portion of the penalty until after payment of all other allowed claims by the bankruptcy court. So Gary Gensler can't get his hands on the money yet.
Fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
This is a mini deep dive, not crazy. The next major subject will be the major deep dive, but we're going to talk about tokenization for a moment. As you guys are smashing the like, subscribing, please make sure you're smashing the like, subscribing. We have a goal of 15,840 subscribers today, so let's get 9 more during this episode. Show love for the deep dives and for the real information that nobody else is going to tell you except for here, and that's really true. This is the thing, guys. We got BlackRock. And we know BlackRock did the first kind of tokenization type thing with Barclays and JP Morgan. BlackRock is creating a new fund, and it seems like there's $100 million of USDC that is involved in it because they're a big player and a big advocate for RWAs, which is real world asset tokenization. Overall, just a bougie word for NFTs. But these are going to be for institutions, aren't they? Investment management giant BlackRock has created a fund called the BlackRock USD Institutional Digital Liquidity Fund, according to the statement filed with the SEC. This will be incorporated in the British Virgin Islands, launched in partnership with Securitize, which is an asset tokenization firm. They don't reveal what assets they will hold, but the presence potentially suggests the product has something to do with RWAs. And of course, there were other coins related to that started popping off. Observers pointed to blockchain data showing $100 million of USDC on ETH was moved to an address related to a securitized deployer, which could potentially be a seed investment into the fund, but it's not certain. So BlackRock kind of going out of here with the British Virgin Islands to launch this fund, seeding it with a potential $100 million of USDC, all because, again, BlackRock advocates for tokenization, the same that JP Morgan does. They'll, like JP Morgan's Jamie Dimon will say, Bitcoin is absolute. However, he will like his own blockchain because he has Onyx blockchain that's obviously Ethereum inspired, and they use that, and they had partnerships with BlackRock already for tokenization. So the banks are doing this. They know what they're doing already, especially where the RWAs, like I'm saying, are kind of taking over the world, and the TradFi guys, because they're coming out with all these enterprise blockchains as well, which I'll get into in a moment. There's a Lithuania licensed crypto bank called Meld that is offering tokenized RWAs to retail now. Most of these institutions are focused on institutions. It seems as though we're going another route here. Crypto-friendly bank Meld plans to offer lending and borrowing against RWAs to retail, which could allow them to ape more into Bitcoin. They're in partnership with the Layer 1 blockchain of the same name, Meld, and has a memorandum of understanding with DeFi platform Swarm Markets. This is licensed in Germany and started a permissionless RWA trading platform last December. They're using Swarm's platform as a means of offering on-chain lending and borrowing. They said this could be really interesting as we go into the next bull run. I know a little bit about Meld. Didn't do the whole deep dive on there, but again, RWAs, you don't know where they're really creating this stuff. They have their own layer 1 blockchain. So if you want to dive deeper into that and how controlled that is, dive into Meld blockchain and see how centralized it is. It's a little bit weird, in my opinion, a little bit odd. Nothing as odd as connecting the dots, which we do a lot on this channel. And we're going to do a mini deep dive here before we get into the major Avalanche deep dive. And it'll be an avalanche, trust me. First, we got Citi and Brazilian Development Bank joining the Hyperledger Foundation. Let's talk about this before we dive into what Citibank has been up to for quite a while. First, Citi and Brazilian Development Bank, BNDES, have joined the Hyperledger Foundation to work collaboratively on fostering enterprise-grade services and solutions using blockchain tech. And what are they using? Enterprise blockchains that are permissioned and therefore can be accessed by only verified users, unlike public blockchains. They have 134 supporting members, including IBM, American Express, and multiple others, which we'll get into. They said, we're excited to have joined the Hyperledger Foundation as we are committed to constantly being at the forefront of innovating blockchain and DLT. This is Citi's DLT guy. He's the global head, Sir Dimitrov. It says they also announced their other financial services, Bisu, and it's an open source Ethereum client designed for enterprises, both public and private. Let's talk about private. We already know Citibank has been developing new digital asset capabilities. Remember in September, they were talking about Citi token services. So they're already creating their own private blockchains, their own deposit tokens, all to go after, enterprise blockchains. Isn't it weird, right? Enterprise blockchains, who else is involved with that we were just speaking about 8 days ago? Goldman Sachs, BNY Mellon, and others are testing an enterprise blockchain for digital assets. These are all banks and everything. So Citibank, BNY Mellon, Goldman Sachs, all preparing for enterprise blockchains. And enterprise blockchains is exactly what I warned you guys about. Why? And this is not me saying it myself like I always do. Here's an article. A vast majority of enterprise blockchains are permissioned blockchains, meaning Companies have direct control. For instance, they can block transactions that do not comply with their rules or if law enforcement asks them to do so. So Citibank, this Brazilian bank, Goldman Sachs, BNY Mellon, everybody in the freaking book, every payment processor, every credit card firm, every bank, they're all involved in all these different little projects, yet they're all connected. And it's what I've been telling you about the entire time. Which is why I talk about Ripple and their mission, because it's exactly this. They want to create all these banks, payment processors, and even people in crypto that aren't really crypto are telling you they want to create their own private blockchains that eventually lead you into CBDCs, and you have no control over it. They're talking about.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
What's the most promising upcoming airdrop?
I don't focus on airdrops. Sorry, my friend.
0.018446663 LTC.
They want to lead you into CBDCs. They want to lead you into the fact, like in China, we talk about all the time, which I'll dive into China, that they want your money to expire. They will block you. And if they don't like you, they don't like what you're doing, you will not be able to buy anything because all these banks, all these payment processors will be connected through these enterprise blockchains that will only be transparent for them. And they will control it. So if they don't like me, and I go to try to create another account, they will block me and not let me use any payment processor or any bank. That's ridiculous. And this is what all these banks, all these people are working on in front of your face. And at the same time that Goldman Sachs is claiming that they are now saying that the future is public blockchains, we're going to read about right now, why are they working on enterprise blockchains then? At the end of this article, the guy said from Goldman Sachs that he could see a huge opportunity here, but if he puts his Goldman hat on, I just know that we can do from a regulatory perspective. It's something I think we can kind of monitor and watch mature. So their blockchains are worth experimenting with and exploring, but public blockchains they like, but they want to see it mature. How mature is it if it's taking over the world one and all the banks are trying to copy it and create their own thing? Whew. We got 7 more subscribers. So let's subscribe.
Why don't you like and subscribe and share this video? Bing bang.
All right, here's where it gets freaking spicy. This is where it gets spicy because, I did some extreme research today. And I'm a little disturbed at what I found out and all the dots I connected, and I'm kind of sick about it. So again, make sure you smash the like, subscribe. Let's do this. I'm going to talk about Avalanche because I saw this article fresh off the press this morning about Avalanche and Alipay. I am so mind blown at what I discovered today. The connections between Alipay, Avalanche, Alibaba, and Amazon. 4 big players. And isn't it weird? One, Avalanche, Alibaba, Alipay, all starting with A's. 1. And how this all ties into China, 1, owning it, and 2, their digital yuan and CBDC. So I believe that a lot of this is a trap. Never mind Avalanche with all the network issues it's had and the downtime it's had. We're going to ignore that for a moment. Take a look at this. And please make sure you're paying attention because I'm going to take you through a few things right now. First, the new news, which is Alipay taps.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
How's your grandfather been lately? 0.0245627 LTC.
Thank you. Everything's, I don't know, all right, whatever. Alipay taps Avalanche for the Web3 powered voucher program. Online payment platform Alipay collaborated with the smart contract blockchain platform Avalanche, right? So they're going to do an ordering solution, Alipay plus D-Store, for e-wallets that are using Avalanche for Web3 enabled voucher programs. They're saying this proof of concept allows brands like Alipay to test Web3 solutions, including how they can help merchants foster new forms of interactions with users, helping retain them and generate new revenue streams. So we see Alipay, right? The enabled vouchers. The word voucher I hate, because they're telling you, just like in China, right? Your money is essentially a voucher and it expires. And you look at Alipay, basically the only payment processors in China are Alipay and WeChat. Those are the main two. So already it's a red flag that Avalanche is teaming up with Alipay. And I'm like, okay, now I have to look at Alipay and its relation with China and the CBDCs. How long have they been using the digital yuan with Alipay? Alipay activated the digital yuan payment options in May of 2021, while WeChat followed in January of 2022. So right there and then, we discovered that Alipay, Avalanche, teaming up with, obviously, together, and you have the digital yuan that has been used via Alipay for years now. And in this article, they showed you something. And it was how you're going to be able to pay with your palm using Alipay and the digital yuan. I want you to watch this video really quick. And what other American store is doing the exact same thing as this? Pay attention.
们优化了很多乘车的体验，这样伸手就可以进出站，即使没有带手机，然后手机没电、没带卡，我们也可以正常的进出站乘车。
更便捷了，也不用考虑购票和充值的问题了。
Did you see what that younger girl said? She said it's convenient. Again, another example of what I say constantly of you giving up your freedom for convenience. Now, you have the digital yuan that makes 2-second payments if you scan your palm in China. What exact store and company is promoting the exact same technology for years now? Amazon. Now, there's a connection here. Pay attention. First, I'm going to show you. You saw China. You think that's dystopian. Take a look at Amazon.
Could you please purchase Randy a cup of coffee later? 0.06137930 LTC.
That was one of two ways to sign up. You could sign up at the register or at the kiosk, but the same thing remains. You put your palm over the scanner to pay at Whole Foods, the same exact thing that China's doing. Isn't that weird? Now, you're probably asking, why am I talking about Amazon as I'm talking about Avalanche teaming up with Alipay? It's because Amazon is actually partnered with Avalanche, building the future of Web3 with Avalabs and AWS. So Avalanche, that's now partnered with Alipay, that has people scanning their wrists or their palms to pay, is the same people that Amazon is working with. Now it gets a little bit more messed up because within this article, you're reading about some guy named John Wu. Now, who is John Wu? You'll find two versions of John Wu online. First, you'll find this guy that's connected to, you find the guy that's connected to Avalanche. The John Wu connected to Avalanche supposedly went to Harvard. You can't find any pictures of him anywhere except when he's a part of Avalanche. Two, this John Wu that's connected to who else? Alibaba. 7 years ago, I found this article. John Wu, ex-Alibaba CTO turned investor, sees plenty of opportunity in Asia, right? He's talking in this article about how he went to University of Michigan, he had $1 billion in funds, went back to Shanghai, became a part of Alibaba. So Alibaba and this John Wu are supposedly not the same person. Yet you can't find any pictures of him anywhere. You can't find a picture of the Alibaba John Wu. I cannot believe what I found next. That not only is Alipay a Chinese company responsible for the digital yuan teaming up with Avalanche, but this John Wu guy that's a part of Avalabs, the president, also last year in May of 2023 teamed up with Alibaba Cloud. So isn't it weird that Avalanche partnered with Alibaba to deploy a metaverse on the blockchain? Right? So you have Alibaba, who is China, Alipay, which is China, all collaborating with Avalanche, and Amazon that are taking the same technology to scan your palm. So does China really own Avalanche? I was looking at something pretty interesting. Does China own Alibaba? This article says, the Chinese government is buying shares in Alibaba, which has them, the government, more deeply involved in their business. And it allows the Communist Party to gain greater influence over the tech sector, especially in the content it provides to the Chinese people. So China, the government, runs basically Alipay and Alibaba. So if the Chinese government didn't like what Avalanche was doing in Alibaba and Alipay, they wouldn't be involved with one another, which means China's spearheading Avalanche and all the stuff that's going on there. Especially when these two John Wus from Alibaba and Avalanche supposedly aren't the same person. Yet last year, I found a stream from June 7th of 2023 talking about Alibaba and Avalanche's collaboration. Now, keep in mind, Alibaba's John Wu said they wanted to look into Asian investments and how to really get after the Asia Pacific. That's the same exact thing that these guys, this Avalanche John Wu and this other Raymond's guy from Alibaba were talking about together. Listen to this.
Very impressive because we've had a partnership already. The first step, as Lydia just said, was cemented and enacted in December of 2022, managing and providing cloud management of the nodes and validator of Avalanche. It was enough of a success now that you've continued, and now we want to create a cloud-verse on Avalanche. What were the reasons for pushing this to the next level partnership?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Indeed, let me briefly talk about what our journey has with Avalanche. So we started our partnership with Avalanche starting from last year. We had a number of after parties in the Asia Pacific market. And then last year, we firstly launched a validator node together with Avalanche to serve the APAC users. And then we then host a number of webinars, and also we launch our strategic partnerships in the regions. And for Alibaba Cloud, what we've been observing is that we serve a lot of enterprise customers. They are all from the Web2 spaces. And
he brings up the Asian territory, which Alibaba's John Wu was talking about doing exactly. And then he brought up enterprise, which brings us back to the enterprise blockchains, where they're private, not permissionless. So don't you see? Avalanche is being spearheaded by China and the CCP. And isn't it weird that just as these conversations with Alibaba and Avalanche start to play out, Jack Ma, the guy who led Alibaba, went missing? Are they taking over your company? That's what I'm thinking, guys. That's what I'm thinking. The Chinese Communist Party, the CCP, owns Alibaba. They basically run Alipay, and that's who's teaming up with Avalanche. Oh, for your cool e-wallet. Guys, it's garbage. And especially because Avalanche has had a lot of downtime, so even their network is not sustainable. So now you know Amazon, Alibaba, Alipay, all with the A's. Avalanche, they're all together. I think it's a little bit weird and highly suspect. And especially when I know for a fact that Alibaba, when I went to Columbia University and I was teaching that class, there were kids that were from Hong Kong and international. They showed me their app with their social credit score. It was an Alibaba-powered app, guys. So it's all connected. China is trying to make you go in to Avalanche and get into their little wallets because it's so cool. But that girl even showed you in the video as she's scanning her palm and giving away all her rights just to have some convenience. Did one channel or any website ever tell you about the Chinese connection to Avalanche? Not one. Will Avalanche ever tell you their connections? No, they won't. And that's why I'm here. Because everybody's looking at Avalanche and looking at the price go up, but who are they really giving liquidity to? The CCP. Did any of you know about this before today? Yes, that's what I went through. Amazon partnered with Avalanche. So everything is connected. The same technology that Alipay, that teamed with Avalanche, using that palm, is the same thing that Amazon is doing at Whole Foods. But all for some fun and convenience. Just ease. Throw that out the freaking window. Stop trading your freedom for convenience and go towards actual decentralized blockchains like Bitcoin and Litecoin and even Digibyte. That's so much better to have a digital identity that's decentralized and not in control by these absolutely tyrannical, evil people. They are evil people. They want to control your life, and they're infiltrating our country and our stores without us even realizing it. So I hope you guys learned a lot today, and I hope you shared this out with friends, so that way they understand what's really going on and that these people in crypto are sometimes a wolf dressed in sheep's clothing. That's what it is, a wolf dressed in sheep's clothing. They don't care about you guys. They don't. So, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there, and I don't think anybody, freaking not one person, would do the basic research that I did today. I spent like 2 hours on this morning. I was up majority of my morning looking at Avalanche and its connections to Alipay Alibaba and Amazon.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Happy spring. Stay healthy in mind, body, and soul. Pretty lady, smile you as well, Emma.
Thank you, Joe Harvey. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, there we go. Listen, I'm not telling anyone what to do with their money. I'm just letting people know what the real connection between Avalanche and the CCP is. And I hope you guys are paying attention. I pray. I literally, I pray for somebody in this country to step up, to please say something in these elections will lead us into a country where there are no CBDCs and there's freedom and people are backing Bitcoin because it's something that's actually for the people. There is a crypto fan that won Ohio Senate in the primary, and they're saying that this could change the industry. This is Bernie Moreno, and he's backed and being helped by a lot of people in Fairshake, who is a blockchain startup, all that stuff that's backing like people like Gemini, all that stuff that are investing in it to help crypto forward candidates. They're saying that he's an Ohio businessman and crypto enthusiast that founded a blockchain startup that focuses on property titles. He won the Republican nomination on Tuesday, and he has previously held his ground despite most of the statewide offices being held by Republicans. He carried the endorsement of former President Donald Trump, who is, again, his party's standard bearer in the presidential election. He has been a vocal critic of the digital asset sector, especially the frauds and the company implosions, but he expressed some interest in moving legislation forward. So we are hoping that somebody, more people get into office here and all that. Yeah, and John Deaton's running too, and I hope he beats Liz Warren. Like, it's disgusting. Liz Warren's a nasty person. Nasty person. I guess we got to go into the market recap. I saved my spicy story, and I couldn't. I'm still kind of like losing it over what I found out about Avalanche this morning, and I really hope people share that. I really hope people share this deep dive because nobody else is going to do this research. Not one person. They're going to pick up those little article. They read the article with no context. Freaking get out of here. Do research, guys. Be responsible. We're going to go into the market recap.
The sound check.
Baby, it's the sound check.
I'm gonna check this sweet mic.
Why don't you check yours? Oh my gosh, I was so heated over that, and I'm happy we're moving past it now. We have the market recap, man. We got a sea of green out here, and I love our sea of green. Pepe is doing really well today. Monero is going up. So we got a few things going up, except for WIF. WIF is down to 11%. Did not expect little WIF to take a hit. We do have Bitcoin today that people are worried about. People are like, oh my God, especially when there were $600 million on liquidations that were long. So be careful, be careful. I hope you guys are being careful with the buttons you press, because the safest button you could press is the subscribe and like button, as we are 4 more away from our stream goal, which is 15,840. We have 4 more subscribers to go. Bitcoin this morning is $64,156. We're about 3.5% in the green. We have that momentum that's still slipping, not doing really well right now, still confidently downward. Thank you, Pop Monkey, for the hand hearts. We also have that VWAP that is spiking downward as well. Flat money flow. We need that momentum, everything pretty much, to pick up. The RSI is trying to break through that neutral zone, but we need more strength. We need more strength. We were looking at potential levels that we could bounce off of, and we were like, worst case scenario, 48. Was it 48.8? Yeah. And it seems like yesterday, for now at least, we were kind of trending towards our golden zone at 60K. Our wick low was about that 60,870, so only a few $100s off from the beginning of our golden zone. And I'm hoping that keeps getting defended. We're currently at our 63.5 resistance, hoping that we stay there and close above it and head back towards that 67.5. or 67.6. We do have Ethereum that is trying to shine bright like a lovely diamond this morning. Came over to this 32.30, tried to establish that support there. I want to be able to close above it, keep going, but we do have that slip and slide on the momentum here that's still pretty deep. The VWAP is confidently coming back up, which I enjoy. We'll see if it keeps trending in that direction. The RSI seems kind of trashed, man. Went below that neutral zone, the 50 line, and is trying to make her way downtown. We're going to see if she's walking fast, faces past, and if she's homebound. And homebound, I'm talking about that golden zone at 39.55. Again, neutrally close above that 32.30 and bullishly look at that 35.30 as well. 35, yeah, I would say 35.30. And then we have Litecoin, the red corn, everybody. Let's get that corn in here. Let's get that corn in here. We have $84 for the Litecoin Summit tickets. Please use that link in the live chat in the description to pick up that zesty Litecoin Summit ticket. Only $84 a ticket, kids. Guys, come on. $84 a ticket? That's literally a few dollars more than the price of one Litecoin. Litecoin is $81.69. We love that. Up 4%. We do have that momentum that is spiking below that zero line. The VWAP needs to pick up a little bit more. Red dot pulling that momentum down, lame. Bearish RSI looking to make her way downtown and reach that bullish zone. Seems that the $75 wasn't exactly tapped. We went to 77, but it seems like it might be defended. We'll see how today turns out. Neutrally want to head towards that $85 and stay above 75. Those are the main goals for Litecoins. And it's been respected pretty well. We have Dogecoin this morning. If you guys have charter requests, I'll do my best to take them. We have 13.5-cent Doge, up 5% today. Red dot pulling that momentum down. Pretty much looks like everything else. The VWAP trying to make her way, but the money flow seems to be decreasing ever so slightly. And below neutral line, trying to make her way back on the RSI. So neutrally, it seems like our 12 cents is being defended. So keep defending that Doge neutrally, close above there, and head towards that 14.25 cents. Yeah. Woohoo. What's up, Tom? Thomas Crown. Nice to see you. Nano. Oh, I haven't looked at Nano in a really long time. All right, let's see. Nano. Holy poop. Yo, Nano is like this OG coin, man. How long has Nano been around for? I see on, what is this? We have at least from 2019 here on Binance. But sheesh, I remember when I was first getting into crypto, people were moving Nano around, and it was a little bit more popular than it is now. But I know Nano moves. I know some people I know very much enjoy Nano. But wow, this is an OG coin. I'm like a little shook that you requested this M2, but good one. We have $1.44 right now. Just kind of barely trading, 0.07% in the red, barely moving. Flat VWAP. Money flow is kind of at a standstill. Red dot pushing that momentum down. RSI absolutely wrecked. Went below neutral, just hoping that we could go back into that bullish territory. It's just this volume M2 is just not there. And the only time you really saw an influx was in December, pushing from 97 cents over to that 135. Seems like support was maintained at 135, try to push that 186. So neutrally, I would try to defend this 135 and look toward that 186. And then we'll go from there. Is that a deal, M2? Is that a deal? Jeez. Hi, Cedric. Welcome. Oh gosh, Tom, too much, Papa Tom. Oh yeah, you have your Chaparral stream. So guys, at what is it, 12 or 1, Tom, you're going live. Make sure you guys check out Tom's show later. MetaMask, how am I doing? I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just chilling, man. I just was very heated over Avalanche and their connections to China. I'm just very uncomfortable about the whole situation, and I cannot believe that nobody talks about this. All the people, oh yeah, Avalanche. Like, they never once brought up that the CCP is so heavily involved. Like, are you kidding me? Disgusting, bro. FOMO Sapien, nice to see you. Swash, what up? Vinny Black Lodge, nice to see you. Post, what up? JBZ, Crabman, I spoke to before. B Team, Satisfaction Hub, nice to see you. The Man 5 a.m. Wow, we got some new people in here too. Hello, welcome. You guys are beautiful. Gusta Van Bogart, nice to see you. David Bender, he wants me to do some ICP. I could do that. Charteries. Where is ICP? Right here. Okay, perfect. Let me expand these lines out. Perfect, gorgeous, stunning. $11, basically 30 cents, trying to crack that 30 cents. There we go. $11, 30 cents, 3.5% in the green. The momentum doesn't look great. It's one of the lowest momentums we've seen since the end of January. VWAP has some curvature to her. We want some confidence spikes up. Money flow is not strong. This RSI looks like an absolute flush. Not completely oversold yet, but almost there. And it seems like it might have gotten to the point where it's able to kind of refresh and go up. But again, I'm still looking at this $9.96 and look towards that $12.81. Those are the levels I'm watching there for ICP. Have a good day, Pop Monkey. Yep. Tao, T-A-O. Is that like Tao Downtown, that bougie restaurant in the city? I've always wanted to go. So Tao, again, I can't tell you anything about that. There's no history here. And you're basically at all-time high. So I can't tell you. The only level I could even tell you about that I could see right off the bat is 555. That's the support you got to watch. Let's see. Oh, hi, Coins Chick. Welcome. Great research on Avalanche. Definitely going to be repeated on X. I'm not going to fade on Avalanche quite yet. Listen, do whatever you want with your money. I'm just telling you that these people are with China, and China's evil. China's evil. So was Amazon. Everyone's evil. So yeah, I don't mess with any of that. I'm not giving them liquidity personally. Let's see, SKL Chartery for JBZ. He said Chartery, so I gotta do it. Was it here that I had it? Yeah. Okay, so we got Scale right now. I remember meeting the team like years ago. 10 cents. 16.5% in the green. One of the only things in the green today. I mean, not one of the only things, but one of the things that are really doing well today. One of the highest performers besides Pepe that I see on my side is like 11% in the green. One of the highest performers. 10 cents, 16% in the green. Green dot just printing on that momentum, which is great. VWAP soaring, which is awesome. Oh, poop. No. Go back. Poop, which one was this one? Yeah. And then we have the RSI right here that is booming through that neutral zone. So hopefully it stays there. So we had this 7.5 cents defended, moved on to that 0.0969, which is zesty, right? And so you want to neutrally close above here. And based on previous ups and downs, we maybe could close the gap between here and 15 cents. So that's what I'd be looking at, 0.157. Metaspawn says they're only half human. That's pretty interesting. The one who was nice to see you said, Jack, no, don't go. I'll never let go, Jack. Hi, James. Nice to see you. Welcome. Sharam, nice to see you. Welcome. Andy S. Tao has awesome food at their Vegas restaurant. Oof. I really want to go to Tao Downtown one day. It's an expensive restaurant. It's a trip like to the city, and the city is absolutely messed up. I used to, literally the same park that Emma and I went to in September to do on the street interviews. We can't even go back to. And if you look at where I was, you could tell where I was. You could look up the street, and you'll look up at what occupies that now, and it's not safe. I'll tell you that. So yeah, I'm a little, I hate New York a little bit, and I'm growing to hate it a little bit more every day. When GTFO NYC, we're working on it. I really do want to get out of New York soon, and I'm hoping that that does happen soon. We're trying. We're trying. Tell me you didn't throw away that diamond. Are you talking about my ring? I still have it. It's on the side. I just wasn't wearing it. Usually that's weird. But hi, Naked. Nice to see you. He's driving and listening to me. I'm honored to be a part of your morning, little Nakey. Doug said, let's go to the restaurant. Doug, make the reservations when you're coming to New York, man. Let's go eat. Listen, Doug, you know I like to eat, and I'll bring you to some good bakeries too. I'll bring you to bakeries. We'll do like a whole cake day too, but we'll get some savories in between. But oof. Come to New Orleans. I love food. Oh my gosh, yes. Uncle Jimmy, I don't know where he is right now, but he told me that New Orleans has fire food. I want to try a beignet from there. I want to try a beignet. Andrew F., if you leave, take me with you. Nature, you used to want to go to New York, not anymore. Everyone used to say, I want to go to New York. I want to live a better life in New York. When New York is absolute trash right now. Absolute trash. Oh, Ace, you liked my video? Thank you. Super said, come to Texas. I love Texas. San Francisco? Oh, no, that's a hard pass. He said, we'll experience all the craziness. Yeah, that's your craziness and my craziness. They're not far apart, but holy poop. Yeah, I can't. Like, I hate New York. So I'm just hoping we get out of here soon. We're trying to find connects to get out of here. Florida is nice. I'm just not sure where to go in Florida. Like, I want to go somewhere young and youthful where it's going to build. I don't want to live in Miami. I'll tell you that right now. I'll pass on Miami, hard pass. I like visiting. I think Miami's great to chill, go to a conference. When it's not spring break, hit the beach. Besides that, Miami is not the spot. I just felt like it was very sad when I went to Miami, and they have like all the rich people by the water, and then like you go out to like and I think it's Brickell, the neighborhood, and you're like walking through the streets, and there's so many things that are closed, and there's a lot of like just poor people that nobody's helping, and it makes me upset. So yeah, I don't know. Miami, I just don't feel the love there. Tennessee is nice. I know Nashville is popping right now. I'm hoping that like the few days like I'm there for the Litecoin summit, I could get some feel of Nashville. Because listen, if we get out of New York, we could always move somewhere, but we could always go somewhere else eventually. Right, Zen Warrior? Yeah, it's about just escaping this place first. Like, you know, I just want to get out of here because I fear that if we don't go soon, we might not be able to leave because of the dramatic things that happen here. It's just like, it's not where I grew up. I'll tell you that. And I'm only 21, right? So for me to see the huge change so fast, it's bad. And if it's taking like all these millions of people that are coming here, it's going to take decades to fix what they're doing. And all these people, they're on the street, they got to go somewhere. And when it gets cold again, they are going to find somewhere to go. Yeah, I don't know. And especially like the beaches, I'm not touching that this year because I know what type of crowd is going to show up, and it's scary. I'm not going to lie to you. It's scary. Puerto Rico, I heard Puerto Rico's fire. I know some crypto fam that live there. But yeah, New York is not the same, and it's very unfortunate. It's very scary. Yeah. Your mom lives in Bradenton, growing like crazy in that area. See, I was looking at Bradenton too. It's very pretty over there, very pretty. I actually love it. San Juan, I've been to San Juan for like a day because I was on a cruise when I was like, what? How old? I don't even know. Probably like 12 or something, like 13. But yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that we get out of here soon. That's the hope. But yeah, so to contribute to our Zest, make sure you guys like and subscribe, because the more the channel grows, the more you can help grow me in my life. We have 3 more subscribers to hit our goal, but we did really well today. So make sure you're smashing the likes, you're subscribing to the channel. Do we have 150 likes yet? Let's see. We have 158.
You too. I pulled.
Woohoo! That's beautiful. That is beautiful. I'm so excited. But yeah, I'm excited to get out of here and eventually leave New York. Run to the hills, run for your life, John English. That's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping we could get out of here soon and find a place to go and live a nice, happy, prosperous life without tyranny and all these people that are knocking at your door that are not supposed to be there. So that would be nice. Kirk, you have to pack up and move. Listen, we're trying. We got to find a spot first. Like, you know, Johnny said he wants to leave New York so bad as well. Listen, if I could leave this second, I freaking would. Shout out to Coins Chick that gifted a membership. We love membershippery. Give me those rain emojis if you guys all remember. Shout out to Coins Chick. Thank you. Yeah, it is sad, but it is time to go. And yes, Andy S is correct. When crypto allows me to be mobile, so I could take my setup anywhere. But I need the laptop. The laptop for on the goes, but my PC is amazing. And I feel like I have the mothership right here. The mothership. I love my setup. But yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice. But yeah, I'm just so excited. Look at the Gulf Coast, Fort Myers. Got it. Best chances in PR in the mountains, Nico said. Let's all live in the mountains, guys. Let's all live in the mountains. I'm so excited. But guys, I appreciate you. Wick, wifey Wick, hello, said north end of Pensacola is more affordable. That's where you live. It's all new, shiny construction up there. North end Pensacola. I'm going to write north end Pensacola. All right, yeah, I'll look at that. I'll write that down. All right, man. When did you get a wrench? Because you deserve it, Coins Check. Hello. No, G. Hello. Here's a little Doge emoji for you. But yeah, thank you guys so much for supporting me in my journey. Do I have a Telegram channel? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Make sure you guys... Oh, I don't have that as a command? Oh, poop. I do have a Telegram group. Let me copy the link. Okay, there we go. Copy. There we go. So if you want to join the Telegram group, it's free and public, just like the Discord, t.me/missteenzestychat. If anyone has any questions about my social medias ever, please go to missteencrypto.com or randihipper.com. They direct you to the same spot, and you'll be able to see all my socials here on this little turnstile majiggy, and you'll be able to find my socials and all my groups. But yeah, just getting after it, man. Just getting after it. I'm so excited about life. And I'm excited that we get to talk about a lot of really important things on this channel. And I'm very grateful to be able to talk about what I spoke about today on the channel, especially talking about Avalanche and China, the CCP, the connections there. So if you haven't yet, I highly suggest you guys, please, like, look into everything. Don't just look at things at face value, because you'll always find out the truth. And I hope that you guys do really...
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
$4.99 from Doug Hype TV. Heart, 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 heart. You live in all of our hearts. Heart, heart, heart.
She's hot. Thank you, Douglas. You're in my heart too. But yeah, please do the research. Please tell people what's going on. No one will tell you what I told you today. And I really hope you guys like maybe clip it, share it, tweet it with other people. So that way people see what's actually going on. I'm so disturbed, really, at what I found out. But it is what it is. And that's why we do research. That's why I always tell you, do your own research. Stick in your convictions that we're about life, liberty, and property. Bitcoin, doing what we love, and the unification of mankind. That is what we're doing here. And things like Avalanche, XRP, the CCP, and even our people of our own government, they don't care about you. They don't care about your basic freedom. They don't care about you doing what you want to do with your life and how you want to live it. They want to control everything. So we're going to tell everybody we know about what we discovered today. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to talk about crypto. We're going to talk about mainstream adoption and how we're going to get there in this space. Someone said that they missed the Avalanche in China. Please go to YouTube and listen to it. Please. I am begging you to look at what I discovered today. And I hope people really do their own research. Don't trust. You verify in this space. Do your own research. If you want to look at what I said today, double check what I put out. Please double check me. I'm begging you. I hurt my hand from doing that. I'm begging you to double check what I told you today. Dive deeper than what I did because nobody else will tell you what I told you today. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for listening to the truth. Thank you for embracing the truth and sharing out the truth. Be the truth. Like Rice says too, Chris Rice. He says, be the change you want to see in the world. Be the glitch in the matrix. Have an amazing day, guys. If you haven't, make sure you guys set your reminders for today's space with Douglas. Hold on, let me pull it up. I typed in Douglas. You're not Douglas on Twitter. You're Douglas in my heart. Doug Hype. Okay. Make sure you guys follow Douglas and set your reminder for our space. And also, sorry to Douglas. Everyone put a heart in the chat for Doug because he did lose his puppy Shadow and he did pass away, which I'm very sorry about. Thank you, Doug, for still coming in here and spreading that love when your heart is hurting right now and he's not feeling good. So please give us a heart. Give a heart. If you're a member, put a little SpongeBob emoji for the zest for Doug. He deserves all the love and zest in the world. He's such a nice person and he cares. He really does. And he supports women in the space, which really is difficult to come by, especially in the gaming sector, where it's a lot of guys playing games in Web 2, Web 3, all of that. And Doug, like, you know, I said it as a funny joke. I was like, it's hashtag women of Web 3 and Doug. So thank you, Doug. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. Have a great day. Have a great freaking Wednesday. We're midweek. We're getting after it. We're just exploding with knowledge and zest on this channel. So thank you guys again for joining me. I will see you guys later. I will see you guys at 1:30 p.m. on Doug's Space and even earlier on Tom Crown. Make sure you watch him. He's going to talk about Chirpow and the FOMC. So thank you guys so much again for joining me. Have an amazing day.
A potato flew
Smash the
around
like,
my room
share,
before you
subscribe.
came.
See you tomorrow. Cause there's a
A potato flew around my room before you came. Excuse
Peace.